Fox 5 News at 6 starts right now.
And we are following several breaking news stories tonight at 6. First, a Gwinnett County Transit bus leads police on a chase from Atlanta to DeKalb County through Gwinnett. We know at least one person is in custody right now. Good evening, I'm Russ.
I'm Courtney Bryant. It all started when Atlanta police officers were called about a dispute on the bus. Fox 5 anchor Tom Haynes joins us live now to talk about what happened next. Tom.
All right, guys, a lot of information to sort through here. When police showed up to investigate that dispute, the bus took off and sped up I-85 north and then led police on a long chase before coming to a stop in DeKalb County. This is a live look at Hugh Howell near Rosser Road where that chase ended. You can see the police activity, fire rescue there on the scene. Officers still trying to figure out why the bus took off. This all started when Atlanta police got called to Ivan Allen Boulevard about a dispute on that bus. The bus then took off. It headed up I-85, as we mentioned. Officers forced the bus off of the Jimmy Carter exit. And that's when the bus hit multiple police cars and at least one innocent driver. Can you imagine being on the highway watching all of this unfold, wondering why this bus is on the run? The bus continued down Jimmy Carter Boulevard onto Mountain Industrial Boulevard with more than a dozen police cars right behind it. It finally turned onto Hugh Howell, came to a stop near Rosser Road, and then just moments after the bus stopped, a number of people got off the bus, some with their hands in the air. SWAT teams went onto the bus. They blocked it with one of their SWAT vehicles. You see that suspect being led to a police cruiser there. Atlanta police confirmed that the officers detained that suspect. So far, no word on who the person is or the reason behind the chase. Of course, Fox 5 will continue to follow this breaking story, and we'll have the very latest tonight when you join us for Fox 5 News at 10 and News Edge at 11.
I want to commend that officer who I just spoke with a moment ago for his brave action, his decisive action to end an imminent threat to this community.
Our other top story tonight, police say an off-duty officer shot a convicted felon who opened fire inside a downtown Atlanta mall food court.
The shooting happened inside the mall at the Peachtree Center food court on Peachtree Road. Take a look at this video of an area of the food court where you can see it's cordoned off with crime scene tape. And this cell phone video shows the aftermath where you see first responders taking one of the people who was shot out on a stretcher. Now, according to Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum and Mayor Andre Dickens, 4 people were shot, including the suspect. They say it started when the gunman got into an argument with another man. Tonight, we are bringing you team coverage with Fox 5's Mary Smith and Tyler Fingert. Mary begins our coverage with the latest developments and reaction that we're getting now from the chief and the mayor. Mary?
Yeah, we're still seeing some law enforcement officers here on scene at 6 o'clock, hours since this happened, around 2:15 this afternoon. Here's a look at where this happened. We're told it's a food court inside of this location. Now, we did hear from the mayor and chief of police around 4:30. They say that 4 people were shot, including the suspect, who is a convicted felon. Police also say an off-duty police officer saw the incident unfold and within moments shot the suspect. We're told everyone involved is expected to survive, and the suspect's gun was recovered from the scene. This is where this all happened, again at a food court here off Peachtree Street Northeast. We're told the suspect got into an argument with someone, shot that person, then shot 2 others. Mayor Dickens acknowledged the Atlanta police officer for his actions today, and the chief of police spoke more about the suspect in this case.
I'm just thankful for the very quick response of the Atlanta Police Department as well as the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department to be able to get there to help the wounded individuals, and for Grady Hospital and Emory to be there to be able to stabilize their conditions and to help these individuals.
The person that we have in custody is a convicted felon. He has served prison time for an armed robbery, and he has 11 previous arrest cycles. This is an individual that should never have been possessing a gun, an individual that should never have placed this community in harm, but that an officer of this department was able to stop that threat.
And this whole area was closed for several hours this afternoon as fire, police, and even the FBI responded. GBI is now investigating since an officer fired their weapon here today. It has since reopened to traffic, as you can see, and as soon as we learn more information about what happened here today, including information about the victims and the suspects, we will keep you updated. For now, we're live in downtown Atlanta. Mary Smith, Fox 5 News.
Mary, thanks. Now, bystanders tell us they were in shock to witness that shooting in downtown Atlanta.
Fox 5's Tyler Fingert continues our coverage with reaction from witnesses. Tyler?
Yeah, Russ, Courtney, good evening to you. Shocked to say the least. Witnesses describe the chaos that unfolded here around 2:15 this afternoon in downtown Atlanta after a fight escalated to gunfire. Take a look behind me. You'll see the scene still pretty active out here. They still have police tape up and cornered off the area. Investigators are still out here right near the intersection of Peachtree Street and John Portman Boulevard. Police say in all 4 people were shot, including the shooter himself, a convicted felon. Everyone is expected to survive. Investigators say an off-duty Atlanta police officer jumped into action within moments of the shooting. This happened during the lunch rush at the Peachtree Center food court. A woman who was here in Atlanta for a conference witnessed the aftermath of this shooting. She described the chaos as victims were wheeled out by medics. She said she even saw the injured suspect in cuffs and says the response by first responders was insane and scary.
And it's just so sad because out here is a young man and all the people that were shot weren't even really his target, right? That elderly man I know had nothing to do with this. Gun violence is at an all-time high. I am glad they caught him, but it's unfortunate that he has thrown his life away. And I wish that there was some reform and help for these people.
And this happened obviously during a very busy time, just around 2:15 this afternoon. This is a lunch rush for a food court. You have hotels nearby. You have people visiting this area. You have people working downtown trying to get food. And then this happening in that food court, obviously a very scary encounter for a lot of different folks who had to witness this unfold. We're going to continue to follow this and bring you the very latest coming up on Fox 5 News at 10 and News Edge at 11. We're live in downtown Atlanta tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, such terrifying moments for people there. Tyler, thanks. We are following this investigation as it continues to develop. Be sure to download the Fox 5 Atlanta News app for the latest updates. It is free for both Apple and Android devices.
We turn now to a news alert we've been following for days. The Hall County Sheriff's Office held a news conference about 12-year-old Maria Gomez-Perez, who's been missing in Hall County. The Sheriff's Office now says they believe she is in danger. Gomez-Perez was last seen at her home on May 29th. Multiple community groups quickly began searching for her to no avail. Now we've learned the Sheriff's Office has received help from the GBI, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Consulate General of Guatemala. Investigators have conducted interviews, seized and searched phones, used canines, and even searched Lake Lanier. And so far they have found nothing.
We are all doing everything within our power to bring Maria home safe and sound. And make no mistake, the men and women of the Sheriff's Office and numerous other agencies have Maria's image burned in our hearts and into our minds.
With the cold, the case has officially been reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They believe she may have come into contact with someone with whom she later left her home.
2 women were shot overnight in downtown Atlanta. According to Atlanta police, the women were inside a vehicle at a parking lot on Northside Drive near Meldrum Street. That is when one woman was shot in the face and another was grazed by a bullet. Officials say the 22-year-old and 21-year-old women were able to take themselves to a nearby hospital. Police are still looking for the shooter. In Fulton County, Atlanta police have arrested a man accused of trying to punch a pregnant woman at a pizza restaurant. Willie Grace is behind bars tonight. Officers say the incident happened in the parking lot of Fellini's Pizza on Ponce de Leon Avenue Friday. The restaurant general manager told Fox 5 the man is homeless and also shattered a glass door at the business on the same day. Authorities confirm Grace has a long history of arrests around the city.
Turning now to the weather, a warm and sunny afternoon. One of those days where it's so much hotter in the sun than in the shade.
Yeah, it sure is, but It's actually lower humidity we're hearing from meteorologist Jonathan Stacy. I was corrected in the last hour, Jonathan, because I said it felt pretty hot out there. And you said it's actually not.
It's all about context. And with the lower humidity, it doesn't feel as hot as it could be. Remember, we are getting closer to the middle of June, and typically around this time of the year, it's both the heat and the humidity. But it's just one factor today, and that is the high heat, actually to where we should be for this time of the year. Our high so far, 86 degrees. That's on target. However, we have shedded a degree within the past hour. The current temperature in Atlanta is 85 degrees, but we can be thankful for the 80s when you look along the I-10 corridor from Houston all the way to Mobile. They're dealing with temperatures around 91 degrees. Here in the metro area, 85. Step outside the metro, go up north, you'll find some lower 80s and even some upper 70s, but 88 degrees there in Thomaston. And even in Eaton last hour, you were coming in at 90 degrees. So the heat is on, and it will continue to stay on really for the week to come as the numbers climb even higher. Right now, 85 degrees out downtown. And you can see here winds are coming in out of the north-northeast at 3 miles an hour. But as I tell you all the time, the direction makes the difference. If you're stepping out and about tonight, you're good to go. You can do it with short sleeves. Make sure you have some sunglasses with you because the sun doesn't go down until almost 9 o'clock. You can see here we'll keep up with temperatures in the 70s before we drop off into the 60s. And maybe a couple more communities sneaking into the 50s to kick off your Wednesday morning. But Wednesday morning, we're going to raise the mercury even higher. We're going to push those values very close to 90 degrees. I'm tracking the heat coming up in my complete Fox 5 Storm Team forecast.
Jonathan, thanks. Nightlife workers in the city of Atlanta participated in safety training today. The training aims to enhance the safety and preparedness of personnel at entertainment venues in particular. The event also equipped bartenders, security personnel, venue owners, and all related staff with the necessary skills to ensure safety.
The Mayor's Office of Violence Reduction is also here too to offer best practices in how to de-escalate a violent altercation in your establishment. So lots of ways that, the business owners, the managers, the workers, the bartenders can come and get, information.
The workshops included violence reduction and de-escalation techniques, CPR training, and Narcan training as well.
The family of a man shot by an Atlanta police officer here at a Buckhead restaurant 2 years ago is speaking out after video of the incident has been released. I'm Kim Luffler. That story straight ahead.
Jury deliberations will get underway tomorrow in the Miles Bryant murder trial, while the former police officer faces life in prison if convicted. I'm Fox 5's Dukes. We have the day's developments ahead.